Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your weekly reading for October 13th to the 19th. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Oh, yeah, I think you're ready to jump right in, okay? You're ready to jump right into the gateway. This is going to be really, really amazing. It's here, and it's powerful, and it's promising. You're going to feel a dramatic difference, especially from the past few weeks where you felt a little bit of a squeeze, okay? Coming after eclipse season, but you're definitely going to still feel that intense passion, the energy, emotions, everything that we broke down last week. You should know what they all register as right now with all this Scorpio energy, which is really great for you. You're being social AF. Now, here's the thing. This week, if you like stability, and you do, you're Capricorns, if you like commitments, if you like fated events, if you like getting what you deserve, if you like me wearing green, if you like some October surprises too, yeah, good ones though, you've come to the right week. Monday, October 13th. Venus is moving into Libra. That's amazing. There you go. You saw your monthly forecast, right? This, by the way, Monday is going to be a loaded day. So, Venus moves into her domicile. She's at home in Libra. She rules Libra. So, she does her best for you when it comes to love and money and beauty and creativity and your pleasures and your values. Yep. Her powers are amped up. You got the sun in Libra. Yeah. So, you got both Sun and Venus in Libra right now. You're going to feel very magnetic, optimistic, charming, and like I said, very social, okay? She is the life of the party. She can make magic happen. And her lover, Mars, he's in his domicile in Scorpio, fired up with that intense determination, drive, and willpower. His hair in the perfect man bun. Yeah, there's intensity that's still in the air, but it's a burning passion now. It's a burning passion. It's feel good intensity because Venus in Libra takes off that strong edge of Mars and Scorpio. So what does this even mean for you? Well, Venus in Libra rules your 10th house of career, fame. Your reputation is very public facing. So even if you're not here for career, if you're retired, if you're not working, if any of that, anything that you want to be known for, that's wherever you're putting your energy. You're about to get recognition. Venus is bringing it, okay? And remember, her lover, Mars, he's in your 11th house. That's also very public facing. That's the masses. That's community. It's your friendships. It's groups. It's even benefactors and allies. But it's your future hopes, wishes, long-term goals, and dreams. Yeah? Talk about commitments here. Long-term commitments. So when you've got Venus and Mars, the power couple of our solar system, co-creating your transformation, remember that's what this month is all about, particularly love and money and romance and contracts and networking and intimacy, investments, commitments, love and marriage and money. That's all happening for you. Oh yeah, and career and fame. Yeah, yeah. And your burning passions. This is your magic carpet ride. This is the red carpet being rolled out for you. This is absolutely amazing. One thought, because you are the native ruler of the 10th house, and you've got Venus here, so she's a house guest, and she's again bringing you a lot of magic. Now, just one thing though, you're gonna feel that all month. By the way, one thing you see that Venus is going to be opposite Neptune. Yep. In Aries, 0 degrees. Yep. You're probably still feeling Venus opposite Saturn from over the weekend. That's spilling over too. So when it does come to marriage and relationships and contracts and money and creative endeavors and your dreams and your ideals, especially when it comes to career, fame, your reputation, and home and family. Yeah. Ask yourself this. How real is this? Whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job offer, is this going to be a thing if, let's say, a new boss came into the picture? What's fantasy? What's real? Those are going to be questions you're going to ask yourself. Maybe a little bit of a pivot point here. And remember, Saturn's involved, okay? So You're going to ask yourself, do I really want to take on these responsibilities? Is this worth investing my time in? Again, a lot that have to do with home, family, the foundations of your life, even your private life. That's the fourth house, okay? That's that Aries energy for you. And then Libra, right? Where you have all this energy and career. So there could be this tug of war between home and work as well. It really is all about your commitments, to be honest. And Venus is the lower vibration of Neptune. They're sisters and they're at odds. Okay. Venus is having her, ramen noodles on the front porch and her sister's on the rooftop. Okay. She got chicken fingers. It doesn't matter. They're not seeing eye to eye. That's fine. It's fine because they're Venus and Neptune. Yeah. You find the middle ground here. With this opposition, how do you do that? Well, they both wrote music. Remember, sound is healing and it soothes the soul. So this day, play the music that you love. Play that funky music, right? Hemi-sync, jazz, piano, whatever you want. You know, the new Taste Way, whatever she's going by these days. Her new album, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Just play music that moves you, okay? This aspect can really set the tone for the week, and you don't want to enter this amazing gateway with illusion, delusion, fantasy, all of those lower expressions of Neptune. So find the middle ground, and you'll find it with music. All right, play and take a moment for yourself. Use this day for meditation, creative expression, art. It's Neptune can cloud things. That's why. All right, so. Even this whiteboard, it takes me literally 20 minutes to write all this up. Yeah, because I'm left-handed. We know what left-handers are like with whiteboards. But the creative side of my brain takes over. And it's a whole other world, that right brain. It's calming. It's spiritual. It's rewarding. Remember, Neptune is visual. Yeah, visualize, visualization, visionary, vision board. So maybe even a Trello board. Your Capricorn, maybe even a Excel spreadsheet, whatever you need. Just let your creative energy flow. That's literally your soul expressing itself. Use that for this day, okay? Your intuition's going to be off the charts. Connect with it because you're about to kick into high gear. Same day, Pluto moves into Aquarius, or Pluto goes direct. Pluto's already in Aquarius. Pluto goes direct this day. Pluto is power, empowerment, transformation. Pluto is Scorpio's modern ruler of the underworld, going direct. When Pluto moves, he moves. So you are going to feel this. All that deep inner work that you've been doing since May, all that shadow work even, when Pluto went retrograde, you're about to show the world what you learned and what you're made of, and you're going to hit the ground running because Pluto is out of bounds all month. He's a bit unhinged. He's a little bit more on his wild side, and he's an Aquarius. Remember, Aquarius is very forward-thinking, very independent, very original. The rebel of the zodiac does its own thing. I'm an Aquarius. That's why I can sit here with looking at the camera, not even done my hair. Okay? So you are going to feel this, especially in money. Pluto in Aquarius rules your second house, salary, income, finances. It lines right up with Venus and Libra in your 10th house of career. It is going to be a thing. What makes this a bigger thing? Remember, Uranus is trine Pluto right now. Uranus, the ruler of Aquarius, they're part of the prison portal. Okay? Very auspicious. But that's energy. They're connecting. That's currents of energy flowing between them, bringing you change. And Uranus in Gemini is your 6th house of work. So do you see? You have your 10th house of career and fame, your 2nd house of money and values, because that's Venus's home, actually, and your 6th house of work and everyday activities and self-improvement and health, all of that. Either way, all of that activated. So what is this? This is the day where you're going to feel this big charge in terms of your awakening, breakthroughs, freedom. Yeah. Not only is this your transformation, Pluto in Aquarius is revolution. So carpe diem and don't resist change. That's Uranus and Pluto don't want it. They want you to have that breakthrough. They want you to shake things up. You are going to feel this. You're going to want radical shifts and significant changes now, especially in everything that I just mentioned. Okay? And Uranus is Aquarius' ruler, right? The sky god. Pluto is the ruler of the underworld, like I said. As above, so below. Okay? This is your higher calling here. Connect with it. With all this Scorpio energy, and we're about to move into Scorpio season next week, use this. Because this day, not on the whiteboard, the moon is going to be in Leo. You are going to feel so charged up. Leo rules your 8th house of death and rebirth and transformation and creativity, creative projects, and being self-expressive. You are going to feel this, okay? Now, I would love to officially welcome you to the Gateway, your magic carpet ride. Tuesday, October 14th, we have our first grand trine. It's a grand air trine with Venus in Libra, trine Uranus in Gemini, trine Pluto in Aquarius. And as you know, these two are trine each other as well. This is a party. It's social. Remember, Venus is social, and this is all the air signs. It's really social. And don't forget, you have Mars and Mercury in your 11th house. That's really social. You're going to be social. All right. And when I say that, it can be networking. It could just be chatting online, whatever it is. Okay. It is very intellectual. It's inspiring. This grand air trine. It's a lot of planning, decision making, communication, agreements, all of that. But again, it hits your 2nd house of salary, your 6th house of work, and your 10th house of career. So likely something here with career. And remember, trines are supportive. They have the nature of Jupiter. They work in your favor. When you have a grand trine, this equilateral triangle, it brings you, it has this greater potency. It's like a charge. It's like a battery, right? To 3 areas of your life. And with this one, yeah, it's Venus that's kind of leading the brigade here. You're going to feel that emphasis on your deep passions, on career, on your reputation, as well as love and money and marriage and relationships, everything that Venus stands for, but also networking and creative projects and contracts and your future dreams. Okay. And there is this element of new beginnings and breakthrough, surprises, and chance encounters. Uranus is the planet of surprises and the unexpected, even shocking revelations. Imagine that with Mars and Mercury in Scorpio at the same time. All about revelations. As you know, if you saw your monthly forecast or even your last week's forecast, Uranus is like lightning. All right. So again, you're really going to feel this. And it is a feel-good intensity. It's magnetism. Just with Venus trine Pluto alone. Whoa. Yeah. Venus trine Uranus. That only happens once a year. Come on. There is a sense of reinventing yourself here, all right, with Uranus involved. And like I said in your monthly forecast, this is the first time anybody on this planet will experience this. Uranus trine Pluto is part of that prism portal, yeah? And this, remember, it's been 250 years since Pluto's been in Aquarius, 84 years since Uranus has been in Gemini. Nobody's experienced this. This is you entering your brand new era that prism portal is creating. I'll leave that video if you're new. I'll leave it at the end of this video or the description box. What you can expect, Capricorn, for the next 2 years, I describe with the Prism Portal is you've been experiencing since the summer, but you're entering this new frontier. You're expanding your consciousness. You're taking risks while staying true to your authentic self. Just know this is your big breakthrough, okay? And technically, it's a kite formation because we do have Venus opposite Neptune, still conjunct Saturn, your ruler. There's a lot happening. I'm not even, like, when I say it's a loaded day, look, then you got Jupiter trine Saturn. What? First time since 2014? You can't make this up. This is insane. Because you got the grand air trine. You've got the power brokers, Venus and Mars, in their domicile working magic for you. Now you got Jupiter, the planet of luck and good fortune and abundance, wisdom, and expansion, working with Saturn to bring you stability and structure and recognition and success and just everything that you want for your long-term goals and commitments. This is pure potential that's long-lasting. especially for you, Jupiter in Cancer. Jupiter's exalted. Remember that in Cancer, and that rules your seventh house of partnerships, relationships, legal matters, marriage, love, contracts. It can be business partners, business contracts. Like you see that that's what Libra energy represents anyway. And Venus is at home in Libra. So it really does look like you're signing something this week. It looks like you're like maybe even launching a business with, the Saturn and Pisces involved as well in your third house, which is like signing contracts. It's writing projects. It's PR, advertising, marketing. It's, being curious about things, doing new things. So, and travel. I would not be surprised if a lot of you are traveling. A lot of family energy that y'all are going through this week. Okay. So there could be something here with, siblings as well, even neighbors, whatever it is, you're going to feel this optimism, this security. This is a whole new sensation of you building a new foundation through November. Jupiter and Saturn. Come on with a trine. Anyway, if you're a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising or your moon or for your, sister, Delilah, or for your husband, Nico, whoever, there's a lot happening. So I'm just going to tell you what your sign is going to feel the most. And it will be Venus opposite Neptune. Yeah. Venus moving into Libra as well. And that's what you're going to feel the most. Okay. And if you especially if you know your natal chart, your birth chart, if you have any planets 0 to 3 degrees and any of those signs, you're going to feel it the most. Remember, it doesn't matter. We look at the angular aspects, any of those signs. Pluto going direct, fixed signs are really going to feel that. Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio. And then Jupiter trine Saturn. That really is going to be the water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But yeah, you too. Yeah, I'm throwing in you because Saturn is your ruler. Anyway, the other thing that's happening is, and I hope you're sitting down for this. Hope you got a bucket of popcorn. Yep. This is a loaded day. October 16th. You've got the Sun square Jupiter. It's a good square. I like it. It's all about expanding your worldview, your philosophy, seeing the big picture, especially with home, family, relationships for you, but also like contracts. Yeah, it could be a big thing here. There's also for you something to be said with like career. It's still a big theme for you this week. There is a lot to do with, it's a little bit of like home improvement meets self-improvement. Okay. Just remember Jupiter doesn't have an off button. So don't like overpromise things or overdo things. You'll be fine. Now, the Sun in Libra will also be opposite Chiron and Eris, who's Mars' sister, in Aries. So you do see that this is hitting every like all the cardinal signs are really activated here. So you're really going to feel these, right? The perfection of this is actually on Friday, but you've been feeling it already. So what does this mean? Well, we actually have a T-square. I mean, you see we got 2 this day. T-squares are they have a bit of a squeeze. You've got the Sun in Libra, opposite Chiron and Eris in Aries, and that's going to be squaring Jupiter and the Sun. I mean, it's just a whole thing, okay? Where there's got to be something here on this day that makes you heal some old wounds. And this can go deep, okay? With partnerships, especially. Partnerships, relationships, especially significant other, home, relationship with maybe a sibling, grandparent, things in your domestic sector. There may be something here. And a lot, when I say, we're going deep, it's Chiron. Remember, Chiron's all about those old wounds that we hold on to. People from the past may even resurface, even memories. But what I love about this is that this brings you this confidence in healing. Yep. It's Eris is here helping you rip off the Band-Aid. You've got the Sun and Jupiter involved. So there is a sense of optimism. Like, I will do this. I'm gonna climb this mountain. Yeah. I'm going to forgive, forget, move on. I don't want no more old wounds. I'm not going to let any wounds define who I am. And this is also a day where you may see, or, you actually receive random acts of kindness from strangers, from loved ones. It could be you acting out of kindness, but it is one that it's nice. But on top of that, on top of the grand air trine and the rare grand trine, the prison portal, and that T-square and everything else that's happening, you have another T-square. And this is with the moon in Virgo. So this is very interesting, okay? The moon in Virgo, very meticulous, very fact-checky, all about the details, rules health and work in general. It has a little bit of worry energy. This is all about your daily activities, your habits, patterns. Yeah. So you got the moon in Virgo that's going to square both Uranus and Gemini, and Juno that's now in Sagittarius. So when I see what's happening for you, this, and Uranus is opposite Juno, okay? When I see what's happening here, it does feel like there's something that needs to go, okay? There's something that needs to go. We actually have a yod this day too. There's just so much happening. There is going to be a little bit of, well, I'll get to it in a second. We'll talk more about the second spread, to be honest. There's too much here. Just know that with this, yeah, there may be something here where you are definitely going to have more of a spiritual awakening. The moon in Virgo is your 9th house. Yeah. So remember that worldview, that perspective, that shift in perspective. And then you have Uranus, Gemini in your 6th house. That's Virgo's home. So shift in perspective in your daily activities or old habits or old patterns, things that you're just like, something's come up. All this chironic activity is making me face it now. All right. The good news is Venus will sextile Juno, which is really, really amazing. So I really love that. There's something about commitments here for you. But again, we'll talk more about it in the second spread. Now, here's the other thing is that, and there's a little bit of like being emotionally reactive that day. So just be mindful. Now, here's the other thing. On the same day, excuse me, you now have Mars in Scorpio. Remember, passion, transformation. Mars in Scorpio is going to trine the North Node in Pluto. Sextile the South Node in Virgo. So there's something destined today. Big time. It's Mars. Remember, it's not just Mars. Mars is traveling with Mercury. So essentially, you've got this nodal axis with Mercury as well. And the fact that they're going to trine, and it's amazing, by the way, okay? This is the fact that they're going to trine the North Node in Pisces in your 3rd house of communication and agreements and travel and, launching businesses. This is big, all right? There's something destined here. Please pay attention to this day. There's opportunities opening for you at this time. Grab them. They're destined, okay? If you've been vibrating at that high frequency, yeah, because Jupiter is trine Saturn still. Saturn in Pisces too. Saturn is karma. You got Mars on the nodes of fate. I mean, this is your transformation, and this is meaningful. It's spiritual. It's purposeful. It's your life purpose. It's the nodes of fate. This is you fulfilling your dreams and your destiny. There's confidence and compassion here. This is a gateway within a gateway. So just know that this is huge. It's huge because it really amplifies the potential for you really signing something or launching something in a really big way. Okay? Now, the moon in Virgo will conjunct the South Node and sextile Mars and Mercury. This is it's a hot potato, okay? It's a hot potato. What does this even mean? Remember Mars and Mercury and Scorpio, digging up those truths. So's Pluto, digging up those truths. This is a day where you're going to have to be very honest with yourself about something. You're possibly going to hear something, yeah, as well. It may involve a friendship or something about your future hopes and aspirations. And I mean, it's the South Node in Virgo that's going to conjunct the moon. That's part of a T-square. So just know that when I said habits, patterns, even people from your past, memories, even circumstances, they're going to be floating back around this time. And you're going to be asking yourself, what am I willing to surrender? Let me rephrase that. It's Mars and Mercury in Scorpio, and Mars is like a laser. You are going to cold turkey something this day. It looks very likely. Okay? Just letting you know. And it may be, you know, a circumstance with a family member, with a contract, with a the way that you communicate, something with a friend. Friendship is very likely here too. We'll talk more about in the second spread, because Sunday, October 19th, this is when you have Mercury conjunct Mars at 18 degrees. So buckle up. They've been traveling together all week. You've been feeling it all week. They're merging their energies in intense, passionate Scorpio. And when they conjunct, they conjunct. If Mercury is what you're thinking, by the way, Mars is how you get it. So this conjunction comes with a disclaimer. It is extra penetrating. It is beast mode. It's stimulating. It's expressive. It's fiery. It's hold my beer energy. Yeah, it gets the job done. Remember, Venus and Libra is holding the peace. So great. You're going to feel this high intensity verve with your goals and your ideas and your and networking, especially for you. Okay. And your focus really will be on your future and your long-term commitments and what you're investing your time and energy into, literal investments as well, like stocks and stuff, right? Building relationships, wealth, your legacy. This, like I said last week, is literally the phrase you can do anything you put your mind to. This is you putting wheels in motion. This is you being the first in the office, the last to leave. That's your routine anyway. You're a Capricorn. Just be mindful though, because it does have a sharpness to it. Mars conjunct Mercury in Scorpio. It can be tempers flaring. It can be a bit abrasive. It can be very 9-inch nails. It can be, you know, and remember that grudge energy I talked about. Yeah, not letting things go. Revelations, truths coming to the surface, whether it's from you, whether it's something you hear, and you being reactive, not responsive. It can be manipulation, mind games. It can be power, struggles, and control. It can be come at me, bro energy, hold my beer energy as well. Yeah, it works both ways here. Okay. Remember, Scorpio is a scorpion, has a stinger, and those stings linger. Okay. Pluto, Scorpio's ruler, remember, it's gone direct. His planet's gone wild. So don't forget, Capricorn, you create your reality. You're on a karmic journey with the nodes of fate at play this week. Everything has ripple effects, okay? So stay hyper-focused on your goals and your legacy, because you have these amazing gateways and you do want to take advantage of them. Your gut, and yeah, I just said in your monthly forecast, it's not even on the whiteboard. We have another grand trine, another grand air trine with a moon in Libra, Uranus in Gemini, Pluto in Aquarius. But what? This is amazing because, again, it just seems like there's something really shaping up, evolving, something even new with career or fame. Like, yeah, fame. Because the moon will also conjunct Venus in Libra this day as well. So the fact that you've got Pluto direct in your second house of income and salary, it just feels like there's money stuff involved. And this is also, if you're not here for career or money, this is an explosion of love in the air. It's feel good, uplifting energy. It's fun and exciting and social. It's the dancing and Barbie. You're Margot Robbie, ready to go meet human people, humanity. And this sets the stage for the one-of-a-kind, rare, one of the best new moons of 2025 that's happening next week. So, who's going to feel this the most? But that the Mercury conjunct Mars, it'll be the fixed signs Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. And I am going to throw in Gemini, Virgo, and Aries. If you have any planets 18 to basically 28 degrees, remember Mars and Mercury traveling together. And the first 4 signs, the fixed signs, you're really going to feel it. Okay? Just letting you know. So, Capricorn, let's get started. And thank you, everybody, for joining greatawakener.com. My thing, I'm launching the big, the thing that I've been working on for so long. Yeah, I get excited. It's all in the description box. Of course, I use astrology to time launches and things like that too. By the way, Capricorn, I'm just going to let you know while we're here, when we get to next week, on the 21st of October, that's when Mercury will go into shadow. So get all your ducks in a row this week. All right. And that is, Mercury just dipping his toes in that retrograde. All right. That's happening in November. Capricorn, let's get started. Y'all crack me up. Y'all are so funny. Let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you. October 13th to the 19th for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right, Capricorn. Y'all, Capricorns are the funniest people in the world. You got all the office jokes. I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. I can't even talk. What? Yeah. I do that. And it offers the best overview, especially for a weekly reading if we need to pull clarifiers. You know that we will. Secondly, Capricorn, y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for being here. Y'all, come on. There's a lot happening. Let me just okay, let's get started. Wow. Yes, you're gonna get, you're good AF. What am I looking for here? I'll give you, I don't know. I'm going to give you Jessica Rabbit. Roger Rabbit. I'm part of a sticker club. Okay. You're good. You got the 7 of Cups. There you go. Come on. When I talk about Venus opposite Neptune, at the beginning of the week, how it can set the course of the week. So you want to just not get caught up in that fog and the smoke and mirrors and the illusion. There you go. There it is. All right. Just know what you want. Here's the thing. Venus opposite Neptune is actually a big deal. And you're going to feel it. Like I said, that aspect affects the cardinal signs the most. There may be something that's really, really, you can't make that decision. Or there's something between work, home. All right? Or in either of those areas. And to be honest, Libra energy is a little indecisive anyway. So just know what you want. Feel it in your bones, okay? It's a week of intense passion. You got to feel, okay? You got to feel. You got to trust your intuition. Cups are intuition. Yep. And then you see all the cups are very different too. And this has to do with your future because this card is attributed to Scorpio. It's a Scorpio card. So once you get through that fog, and again, you'll know when you know, and you'll know when you're connecting with your intuition and you feel it in your bones, then you're good to go. You got the Page of Swords. You're definitely signing something. You're definitely starting something new. This is a big indicator. The fact that you have 2 pages, by the way, a big indicator of something new. All right? That's what this prison portal is bringing. As you know, it's also the rare grand trine that we have. Amazing. Speaking of amazing, he's so ready to use this sword. He wants to learn. He wants to grow. He's enthusiastic. Fresh new energy with these pages. And it's the Page of Swords. Swords are the mental suit, communication, ideas. So brilliant ideas that you're working with. You could be in a very different circumstance, learning the ropes. Yeah, you got promoted. You started your own business, things like that. Okay. but you're willing to learn and grow and adapt. He's a messenger too. So wouldn't be surprised if you're making a big announcement this week. Now, you do have the Five of Cups, another Scorpio card. Very interesting. What did I say about Mars in Scorpio, Mercury in Scorpio on the South Node? Yeah, in Virgo. So, two things. A, this is actually good. Yeah. There's something here showing me you're coming out of something that you were disappointed about, or something that had to do with the past, or something that you were holding on to. And you're like, nope, not this week. I'm using this chironic energy to heal old wounds. And even with Mars, with the South Node, there's a little bit of, it's got to go. I got to make room for all this newness coming into my life. But the second thing is, there is a second message. You are possibly going to, it looks like you're going to end something with someone, okay, for something new. And it can be career. You have so much career stuff. Yeah. And so there may be someone there. Yeah. And again, it may be home and family too. But it just seems like there is someone that there is a little bit of like, oh, they're like, oh no, you know. The third thing, you got a third message. There is going to be something that comes up from the past, and it feels like you're going to be fine, okay with it too. So just keep that in mind. All right. There's a lot of things. I mean, it's the South Node, right? So Queen of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. What I say about money? I mean, Pentacles, wealth, money. But Pentacles are your physical realm, your material world, possessions, things like that. All right. That's even Pluto and Aquarius in your second house. That's material possessions. There may be something you're getting. Venus is also that as well. Venus in Libra. There may be something you're getting. All right. So very nice. Queen of Pentacles is you. All right. So I really love that. She's very practical. She's very pragmatic. You even see the symbol, your symbol, the sea goat here in her throne. You see the bunny rabbit here hidden in the corner, by the way, representing this fertility and this growth of this newness. This is lush. This is, you see a lot of similarities with the Magician, by the way. There you go. You want it. You want to be able to create this world that you can live in comfortably and also take care of others. For a lot of y'all, it's going to be a leadership role in career or your passions. It's all about your passions. Yeah. Making sure everyone's on board, taken care of. Like you fill out your, healthcare information. Yeah. Go to HR, things like that. But also home and family, remember, is a big thing. She has the resources to take care of. She's the richest queen. Yeah. Confidence. And then you have the Three of Pentacles. And so it does seem like there is something that is brewing and it's coming through in terms of working with others in some new capacity. This is also, it's a 3. It's all about growth and advancement, maturation, development. There's a creative energy with 3, but 3 is a vibration of the Empress. So the birth of new things. But this is all about teamwork, working with others. Okay? And it's your card, by the way. Yeah? Capricorn card. You see the 3 pentacles are actually in the structure of the building. So Jupiter trine Saturn, remember, building you that bridge for the long term. And then you have the Page of Cups in your future. Someone's coming through. Someone's coming through. It can be a partnership. You got so much partnership activity. That can be a creative partner, so much creative energy. It can be love. It's the Page of Cups. He wears his heart on his sleeve, right? Very nice. You got new things. It's like when I say you're entering this brand new era, air market, whatever that means. Let's get to your stuff. And by the way, this is also just you following your bliss. Yeah. You got the Page of Swords up here. Page of Cups here. I love this. You're good. Capricorn, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, share, leave comments, all of that fun stuff. And I do want to know. I mean, this is like, you could not have asked for a better week like everything is happening for you. You got Mars and Mercury and Scorpio in your 11th house. Like, you're good already. All right. Anyway, I love y'all. All right. Don't even play. You can't. Don't. Okay, who do you get now? Who am I? Where are the stickers? Okay, you'll get you get Superboy, and his dog. You're good. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna give you a little bit of that. You're well, justice. Yeah, you're getting what you want. Remember, actions have consequences. That's all I gotta say. But here's the thing. This is honestly, there may be a part of you this week where you're like, am I doing the right thing? Remember, trust your intuition. And whatever you're doing, everything, you are on your karmic journey. Yeah? Justice is highly associated with karma. So when I say actions have consequences, especially with Mars and Mercury and Scorpio, inaction have consequences too. This is a week to take action. But this is also indicative of, yeah, you're signing something. You're signing something. You've got the South Node in Virgo in your ninth. And so something with the courts, it's almost like for a lot of y'all, it's like, thank goodness that's over. Let's let this new thing begin. Marriage, again, really big thing for you when you got Jupiter in Cancer. Some of you are getting proposed to. Sorry I ruined it, but congratulations. Yeah. You got the Six of Cups in your external factors area. Look at you. Come on. This is amazing. That card is a Scorpio card. So you got the Six of Cups, 5, 6, 7. Wow. You got all the Scorpio cards. Wow. And well, okay. In the pips. But yeah, of course, you really feel Mars and Mercury and Scorpio. And again, a lot that has to do with not only your future hopes and wishes and long-term goals and dreams and aspirations, but friendships and groups you belong to. And this is a card of just sharing, caring, genuine, like friendship, like thank you, gratitude, harmony. This is protection. This is the biggest house in tarot, by the way. You got so much home and family stuff happening. This is reunion. This is highly associated with the past. Remember what I said, things are going to come up this week. But this is also highly nostalgic energy, like that feel-good energy, like thinking about the time when you were with, you went to Alabama University. You were in the car with your, college dorm mates, driving down the street, blasting Four Non Blondes, all that feel-good. Let those come through, okay? Those really, nostalgia has been proven to improve wellness and mental health and everything, okay? This is really nice. It just seems like there's something just really motivating you this week. And there's a softness that feels really good. And you got this hard edge of Emperor too. But I like that. This is power. It's authority. It's mastery of self. So this is kind of like a week of discovery into this new, but still holding on to that. Like you are ruled by Saturn, you know that. So just that really strong authority, energy. He is the father of tarot too, by the way. And so remember, you have a lot of family stuff. He's actually Aries, attributed to Aries. Aries, remember, rules your fourth house of home and family or domestic sector. So there could even be, a feeling of you just wanting to, be that rock for family. But he's a ruler of the land too. He's also the ruler of his destiny. So that's a lot of power. But there is a parental energy here. And the Page of Pentacles. Who gets 3 out of 4 pages in a weekly spread? You, Capricorn. You do. Money. All right. Yeah. You got, oh my goodness. And Page of Pentacles, you would resonate with this page the most because he's earthbound and you're an earth sign. He's got a lot of Capricorn energy. This is someone who is, he's in your final outcome. So clearly, whatever's happening here, there's an element of money involved. Wealth comes in a lot of different forms, But at the root of it is just something that you're growing, something that you're starting, something that you're really compelled by. It could be a new job offer, a promotion, but again, your physical realm, something coming in to your world. It even can be a relationship. Yep. That brings you that emotional wealth. Yeah. With everything here. Wow. There's something new that's happening in a really, really great, fun way. 3 pages. I mean, I can't. And yeah, you are good. Anyway, Capricorn, next week is the week. We've got the new moon in Libra. Obviously, that's going to have a big impact on you. That's clearly indicative of a lot of y'all starting new jobs, new career, new professions, new path, new passions as well, or even ascension in certain passion. I mean, it's a great new moon in your 10th house. Something bringing you a lot more recognition as well if you're not here for a career. And a lot of other things are happening next week. So thanks so much. And yes, the second spread, we got some stuff to talk about. These T-squares, we will. But it seems like you're going to handle it well. But there really is some family stuff that we want to look at. And maybe something also with education, learning, and publishing, broadcasting. And it's just very spiritual with a South Node in your 9th house, your belief system and self-belief. Maybe something that you're really working on this week. So tier 3 members, you know where to find the link. Oh, and Juno. We'll talk about Juno. Anyone's welcome to join. Really good and legendary members. Capricorn, thanks so much. If you like this reading, be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's happening. I'll see you next week. All right. Bye-bye.